All right, viewers, welcome back. Amit Sarao over Uddhav Thackeray's bag check. Now, the slugfest is continuing. It's in fact escalated because today it was Devendra Fadnavis's turn, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister, whose bag was checked by EC officials. Now, on cameras, you can see EC officials are checking the bag of Devendra Fadnavis. So, this video, obviously, remember it was Times Now which showed you the video first today morning. And once again, we are revisiting the story. Fadnavis's bag checked, Nitin Gadkari's chopper checked. But there is a big row, a slugfest over Uddhav Thackeray's back check. Now, BJP is using these visuals which you see on your screen to accuse the UBT Sena, basically the MVA, of escalating the issue, of making a mountain out of a molehill, saying that it's a procedural check when Fadnavis is not making a huge fuss over it. Why is it that Uddhav Thackray is so rattled by his bag check? My colleague Nilesh is joining us on the broadcast. He's live on the broadcast with more details on the same. Nilesh, obviously we were first to break the story. We told our viewers first today morning as to how Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis's bag was checked. This is obviously coming in the backdrop of a very similar incident happening with Uddhav Thackray. BJP using it to attack the UBT Sena, saying that when Fadnavis has no issue, when he's not creating a fuss, then why is the Sena UBT questioning the same?
Well, absolutely, and in every election there are multiple issues to talk about. However, nobody would have thought that checking of a bag, which is a routine procedure conducted by the Election Commission officers, would be a point of flashpoint between the Aghadi and the Mahayuti. Uddhav Thackeray at multiple locations have been posting pictures and videos in which he himself is seen.
And you know, Nilesh, I apologize, I'm interrupting you. I'm going to come back to you because we have Shaina NC of the Sena who's joining us on the broadcast today morning. Morning, ma'am. Thank you for joining us on Times Now. Devendra Fadnavis's bag checked, but Uddhav Thackeray has a big issue with his bag being checked, saying that this is something which is a breach of protocol. What will you say about the latest Uddhav Thackeray in the backdrop of Uddhav Thackeray's bag check and the controversy over the same? We have Devendra Fadnavis's bag being checked by the EC officials.
Well, I think there's nothing wrong in any search that the EC does, and whether it's Devendra Fadnavis, please understand, even Nitin Gadkari's bags have been checked.
Yes.
As have people like us, our cars are stop checked, and the EC is only doing its job. Now, if Uddhav Thackeray's bag is checked, what is this foul play that he's alleging? Why can't election officials inspect the belongings on a particular tour, or for that matter, do their job? We are in an election. November 20th, everyone knows, is the day of voting. Up until then, the Election Commission has to do its job. Its officials have to do its job. And we, as law-abiding citizens, must adhere. I don't see Devendra Fadnavis or Nitin Gadkari or any other leader making any hue and cry about even their bags being inspected, their cars being checked, or their helicopters being searched. So I only would like to make a humble request to everyone in public life that don't just undermine the Election Commission and try to say that, oh, they are doing something wrong when they're only enacting what is constitutionally within their jurisdiction and what they're doing for campaign elections.
But ma'am, as far as the Sena UBT is concerned, just to play the devil's advocate here, INDIA, they are basically accusing the BJP, in fact the Mahayuti, saying that this is targeting by EC officials. This is done with an eye on the upcoming polls to harass the opposition. How do you respond to that, ma'am?
There is no question of harassing anybody. Let me tell you, my car has been stopped 4 times, and every time we have adhered to what the Election Commission officials, when they search a bag or a car. If you have the same parameter for every leader, and so many, whether you cited Devendra Fadnavis, Nitin Gadkari, but I can cite tons of examples of all people in all political parties. The only person who has alleged foul play is the Ubata Sena. Now, if they choose to play this kind of victim card, I think the people understand that, when a bag is checked or inspected, it is only when the authorities are doing their work vis-a-vis the assembly elections. And if they do their job, you question. If they don't, you question. So what is this kind of unnecessary allegation.
And what will you say about Uddhav Thackre's reaction, ma'am? Because the two videos, obviously from Yavatmal and Dharashiv also, I'm sure you've seen the video, the way, you know, he's talking to the EC officials as well. What will you say about that?
I will only say that every single person knows that this is not foul play. This is the Election Commission doing its job as they have done with all party leaders. So please stop playing a victim card, and when you're on the verge of losing an election, you will resort to any extent to try and seek a victim card or seek sympathy, but the public is way too intelligent. They know that here it is officials doing their work.
All right, thank you, ma'am, for joining us on the broadcast. So that was Shaina NC of the Shiv Sena, basically saying that it's the MVA which is trying to play the victim card when Devendra Fadnavis doesn't have an issue, when Gadkari doesn't have an issue. Back checks are just routine. Why is it that the MVA, that Uddhav Thackray is creating a big hue and cry over the same? Remember, there are strict protocols in place to check the helicopters of political leaders' viewers during the election campaign. But the EC officials who were merely doing their job in Maharashtra was subjected to verbal taunt, something which we just referred to. Shaina NC also spoke about it. The demeaning remarks when they tried to check Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thakray's luggage inside the helicopter. The two videos which have surfaced in 2 days, one is from Yavatmal and other is from Dharashiv. In both these videos, Uddhav is basically seen asking these officials on duty a slew of questions and is accusing them of acting in a biased manner. He even resorts to passing threatening remarks, telling the poll panel officials in Yavatmal, and I quote him verbatim, "Open the bags and I will open you." Listen in and take a look at both these videos.
Hey, बीच में मत आओ. जरा बाजू.
उघडा आता बॅग उघडली तर हे पण उघडायला काय
उघडायचं ते उघडा, नंतर मी उघडतो तुम्हाला.
आता उद्या नागपूरला दिसणार का तुम्ही? नागपूरला येतात ते साहेब. माझी ड्युटी नाही, तुमची ड्युटी मर्यादित आहे.
करो खोलो. नाही 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 हो दादा, एक मिनिट. पहिलं आय कार्ड. काय नाव?
महेश शाने.
हा,
महेश शाने.
कुठले?
जिल्हा परिषद बांधकाम.
जिल्हा परिषद. अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर कुठे तुमचं? दाखवा सगळ्यांचं अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर. तुमची पाकिटं दाखवा, तुमच्या खिशात किती पैसे आहेत, आणि महाराष्ट्रातले सगळ्यात सगळ्यात तुमचं अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर दाखवा. कधीपासून नोकरीत आहात? किती जणांना तपासलंय? किती? नावं सांगा पटपट पटपट.
आपली पहिलीच तपासल्यामुळे आपल्याला
माझी पहिलीच. दरवेळेला मीच पहिला गिराईक. हा, आज आता मोदी येतात, मोदींकडे पाठवतो ना तुम्हाला. सोलापूरचा एअरपोर्ट बंद आहे. नाही नाही, अडचण नाही. मोदींना तपासलं, त्यांना सस्पेंड केलं होतं ओरिसामध्ये.
In fact, addressing a public rally, Uddhav Thackray also dared the EC officials to check bags and helicopters of the NDA leaders, something which the BJP is emphasizing on, saying that these checks are nothing but routine.
आणि यंत्रणेला मी सांगतोय की मी काही रागावलेलो नाही अजिबात. तुम्ही तुमचं कर्तव्य करता, मी माझं कर्तव्य करतोय. मग मी त्याला विचारलं, जशी माझी बॅग तू तपासलीस, मोदी शांची बॅग तपासलीस का रे? तपासायला हवी की नको? त्या दाढीवाल्या मिंद्याची तपासायला हवी की नको? गुलाबी जॅकेटाची तपासायला हवी की नको? दुसरा तुमचा कोण? तरबूज. त्याची बॅग तपासायला हवी की नको? कारण पंतप्रधान येतात सगळं. मला मी बघितलेलं नाही, पण वायुदलाचं विमान वापरत असतील तर तो गुन्हा आहे.
In fact, it wasn't just Uddhav Thackray or Devendra Fadnavis, it was also Nitin Gadkari. So chopper was frisked. That's something which the BJP is citing, saying that our top leaders, be it Nitin Gadkari or be it Devendra Fadnavis, they don't have an issue, claiming that it's Uddhav Thackray who's playing the victim card. Top sources in the Election Commission have also countered Uddhav's charge. They have said that strict SOPs are being followed by enforcement agencies for a level playing field. Sources have said that even during the 2020 24 Lok Sabha elections, a similar issue was raised in Bihar, and it was clarified that the helicopters of prominent leaders, including the BJP chief JP Nadda, Home Minister Amit Shah, were also checked, and it was all a part of the SOP. In fact, Union Minister Nitin Gadkari's chopper, something which we were telling you about, and we are also showing you the visuals, that was also examined, viewers, by the EC officials as he was in Latur amidst the ongoing assembly elections in the state. You can clearly see in these visuals that all the bags of the Union Minister's helicopters are being checked and examined by the officials. In fact, it's the CEC, Rajiv Kumar, during the announcement of the ongoing assembly elections, who had also emphasized that directions have already been given to enforcement agencies to ensure checking of helicopters of all leaders for a level playing field. Here's what CEC had said on October 15th.
The airports, and there are large number of helipads where the helicopters can land, strictly एयर से कोई भी irregular illegal चीज ले जाने की व्यवस्था की कोशिश ना हो, इसके लिए they would be checking of all the helicopters, choppers used during the campaigning period of all parties. Irrespective of one, because the major objective is to ensure free, inducement-free, level playing field, which these enforcement agencies will use.
Meanwhile, a political war of words has also erupted over Uddhav's bag-checking videos. The BJP has slammed the former Maharashtra Chief Minister. They've called his behavior disgraceful. It's also the Shiv Sena UBT which has bagged Uddhav's claims, and they've accused the poll panel of being biased. We'll be playing out all these reactions. We have at the moment Mr. Clyde Castro, who's joining us live on the broadcast. Morning, sir. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast. BJP basically saying that, far as their leaders are concerned, be it Fadnavis, be it Gadkari, their bags are also being frisked. They don't create a big human cry. They don't create a fuss over it. So why is it that the Sena UBT is so upset over the same?
See, just after Mr. Uddhav Thackeray ji, gave that video out to the public to show that his bags were being checked. After that, the Bharatiya Janata Party has gone ahead and made a video of Mr. Fadnavis being checked. The point is, well, the Election Commission is supposed to do its duty, but it was very clear that this was a biased checking that was going on. Bags of the Mahavikas Aghadi leaders were being checked. When this was brought out in the public, in the open, that's when they went out and made their own videos. If they have any proof that the videos of them being checked, because the Election Commission, like you see in the visuals, they have their own cameramen. Then why don't they show the videos that these kind of checkings were done before on the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders? They should bring it out. Just after they were exposed, now they're showing that their bags are being checked also. This is nothing but a absolute specific bias that is going on. They were trying to create a situation which was exposed by Mr. Uddhav Thackeray ji, and now just to cover that up, they're showing other videos of BJP leaders also.
Right, but sir, what are you trying to say? Because the video which we have seen very clearly shows, Devendra Fadnavis's bag being checked. Are you saying that this is just some drama, as you are, indirectly hinted, which is orchestrated at the behest of the BJP? Because clearly these are EC officials. It isn't that some BJP karyakartas or BJP workers are frisking Devendra Fadnavis's bag.
Well, Election Commission, workers were taking the checking of the baggage and everything fine. Yeah. But then show us the earlier videos also. Why are they showing it now? If it was a routine duty, then why do they have to show this video? Why do they have to show this video? That means there is something wrong. Now they're trying to prove, even our bags are being checked. But if that was the case, if it was a routine...
What about Nitin Gadkari's chopper, sir? Because, again, I'm taking you through the crux of their argument. They're saying it isn't just the opposition leaders, it's also the leaders, from our party, from our coalition who are being frisked. Why is it that they're so upset about it?
Now they woke up and started showing that their leaders are also being checked. Then, just to prove the opposition wrong, that is us, prove us wrong, show us a video dated before Mr. Uddhav Thackeray's helicopter or bags were checked. Show it to us. Show the world. Show the proof that they were being checked earlier also, because it's very clear that there is a bias going on here and they're specifically being checked. Now that it has been exposed, now they're trying to show that it's been checked for everyone.
All right, very interesting reaction coming from the INDIE, MVA, NCP, SPs, Clyde Castro. Thank you, sir, for joining us on the broadcast. In fact, interesting reaction, as I said, they are saying that perhaps so they feel that these checks, far as Fadnavis and Gadkari is concerned, they feel that also could be a drama orchestrated, even though on camera these are clearly EC officials who are conducting these checks. Political war of words has also erupted, viewers, something which we just told you about. Listen into all the reactions.
चुनाव आयोग के अधिकारी ने उद्धव ठाकरे के हेलीकॉप्टर और बैग चेक किए। उद्धव ठाकरे भड़क गए। वो क्या अपने आप को शहंशाह समझते हैं क्या? उप मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्र फडणवीस जी का हेलीकॉप्टर और बैग चुनाव आयोग के अधिकारियों ने गत सप्ताह में कोल्हापुर में इसी प्रकार से चेक किया था। उद्धव ठाकरे को डर किस बात का है?
चुनाव इलेक्शन कमीशन जो है उन अपना काम करते रहते हैं। आप हमारे सामान का, हमारे हेलीकॉप्टर्स, हमारे प्राइवेट जेट, हमारी कार, सबकी जांच करते हो, हमारे घर तक पहुंचते हो। हमको कोई तकलीफ नहीं है। अगर आप ये काम निष्पक्ष तरीके से करते हो तो हमें कोई तकलीफ नहीं। आप हमारा सामान चेक करिए, लेकिन क्या आप एकनाथ शिंदे, देवेंद्र फडणवीस, अजित पवार, नरेंद्र मोदी, अमित शाह जी, उनके हेलीकॉप्टर्स, उनके कारों का काफिला रुक कर आप उनकी जांच?
सिर्फ ऑपोजिशन की बैग कैसे चेक होती है सारे, और उद्धव जी की दो दिन आप रोज उद्धव जी का बैग चेक करेंगे, और जो सत्ता में उनका कुछ नहीं चेक, वो तो चल ही रहा है सब कुछ। अरे मेरे निर्वाचन क्षेत्र में मैं जब लड़ी थी तो 24 घंटा बैंक चालू थी। देश में कौन सी बैंक 24 घंटा चलती है? भोर में तो पैसा मिला था, उसका क्या हुआ आगे? और आप जो बेचारा खर्च कर रहा है, जिस उद्धव जी की पार्टी तोड़ी, सिंबल लेके गए, वो सब अन्याय उन पे किया, और ये भी अभी करेंगे। ये इतनी गंदी राजनीति आज महाराष्ट्र में होती है, दुख की बात है। और सिर्फ ऑपोजिशन के ही बैग और हेलीकॉप्टर चेक किए जा रहे हैं।
All right, Manisha Kanande, also of the Shiv Sena, who's joining us live on the broadcast. Morning, ma'am. Thank you for joining us on Times Now. Manisha, what will you say about the opposition's reactions? I'm sure you heard some of them. Opposition basically targeting the BJP and the Mahayuti, claiming and saying that it's selective targeting of opposition which is being conducted by the EC at the behest of the NDA.
Well, they are just crying foul. Uddhav Thackeray has been the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and why his be checked? Even bags of every. Yesterday I was moving about, my bag was checked, and this is not a selective procedure. And Uddhav Thackeray should not be making such irresponsible statements and unnecessarily targeting the officers who are just doing their job, and they are supposed to do their jobs of checking every leader's bag. Last time during the Lok Sabha elections, even Sanjay Raut, the foul-mouthed Sanjay Raut, he said why CM's bag, Shindeji's bag should not be checked. Even Honorable Chief Minister Eknath Shinde's bags were checked during the last Lok Sabha election. So they are just crying foul. They just want to make a hue and cry and do some publicity stunt. This is not expected out of Uddhav Thackeray ji.
But ma'am, we just spoke to Clyde Castro also just a few minutes ago, and now a new allegation has come from the side of the INDA or the MVA basically in Maharashtra. They are saying that Fadnavis's bag check, again their claim, not mine to quote them, they say that this is nothing but drama. This is basically to show that EC is not biased, whereas that you all indulge, according to them, in targeting opponents by using the EC.
See, they have been doing the same allegations they have been doing since last 2.5 years. I mean, even if you check bags, they have a problem. If you don't check bags, they have a problem. They don't trust any of the independent entities of the country. They don't trust the election commission, they don't trust the EVM machine, they do not trust the police, they do not trust the judiciary. If the judiciary gives a favorable reply as per them, then the judiciary is good. Otherwise, they also say that judiciary is bribed. I mean, they have made every single allegation on all these central agencies. And they are not shameful about it also. Because just because it is their bags being checked, they are creating foul about it.
All right, point taken. So the Shiv Sena, in fact, the Mahayuti basically saying that this is nothing but vote bank politics being played by the opposition, saying that the opposition is crying foul, whereas citing obviously Devendra Fadnavis's and also Gadkari's bag and choppers being checked, saying that the bias attack by the opposition has no ground. War of words and slugfest obviously escalating on the same. We'll keep an eye on this big story through the course of the day. As of now, stopping